Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Find some green here with Dirt and Diamonds Gaming. Season 2 drops in just under 2 weeks, and we're not going to talk about how to prepare for Season 2 today. If you want to check that video out, I'll have it linked at the end of this one. Today, you're here to find out what wildcard I think you should be using for Season 2. There are a lot of good options, so why don't we go take a look. Now, I'm sure everybody knows that Byron Buxton was a staple of most lineups at the beginning of Season 1. And bringing him back as your wild card for Season 2 gives you a great defensive option in center field. That factor in the fact that he has that ridiculous boost for all your low vision players. It's not a bad choice. It's not. He boosts your power, he boosts the speed. He'll fit right in with the cards they're going to release early in Season 2. Just like he fit right in with the cards that they released early in Season 1. It's not a bad choice. It's not. It's not who I'm picking, but it's not a bad choice. People are going to go with Carlos Santana. As soon as you get enough switch hitters, how don't you go with Carlos Santana, right? He's been everywhere since he's come out. It's an option. It's still not the guy that I'm choosing, but it's an option. I don't think that you'll see as much of the next one. You might see some Clayton Kershaw. You got to get a lot of lefties for that to work, but you might see some Clayton Kershaw. The nice thing about Kershaw is that as long as you have other lefties, he'll affect everybody. But it's possible. It's possible. You could see some Mookie Betts. I mean, you see basically any hitter. What I'm going to tell you to do is this: we're not going to go with a hitter. All right, and I'll tell you why. Learn how to search. I'm going to deploy my wild card, and I'm going to change it basically every single time until I can't. And when I say I can't, you can dominate ranked seasons early. Because what essentially SDS has given us the ability to do is pitch a version of Clayton Kershaw from your older iterations of this game, and Corey Kluber, and think of any other dominant pitcher back when they used to be the ticket counter or the XP, the old XP reward path, where you used to grind as fast as you possibly could, and then you would get this dominant 99 overall card at the start of the power creep. And I'm not saying to do it immediately, because I think that this is specifically for ranked seasons. I'm not saying to do this immediately, but I think that once you get to your mid 600s, definitely 700s, you could try to make a strong push for World Series, especially in Chapter 1 of Season 2, right? Because I don't know what your inventory is going to look like, but you could run Page out there. You can run Pettit out there. I'm not a giant fan of Sandy. For some reason, I read him pretty well. But you can run Sandy. You can run Kodai. If you've got Johnny Cueto from BR, you can run him. I wouldn't really mess with Garrett Cole, but you have Cliff Lee, and you can pick up Yuri Perez. There's Glavine. There's Skeens if you got him. There's Arrieta from Ranked. At this point, he's 37,000. Fucking buy him. You've got Kerry Wood. You can run Skubal, Sabathia. I don't have Strider, but if you pick them up, you can run Strider. You can run DeGrom. Then you can run Dustin May. Now, obviously, order-wise, pick whoever you're most dominant with to save towards the end. But, you could pick up Bobby Miller for relatively cheap right now. You could run Edward Cabrera. Pedro doesn't count because he's core. Technically, you can run Bob Feller. You can run Al Leiter. You can run Tanner Hawk. Venezuela, if you want to get a little bit funky. Noah Schultz has been a pain in the ass for a bunch of people with his delivery and the fact that he's 6'9". Run Jackson Jobe. Let's go back through really quick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can even roll out Soraka earlier if you wanted to. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Technically, Kershaw would be 10. 11, 12, 13. Dontrelle Willis, Scooble's 14. Cliffley's 15. Perez 16. Skeens, Glavine, Wood, Arrieta. That's 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25. That's 25 pitchers. You can, because they don't stop you. It's not like when you lock in a wild card, it's just one card. Okay? The crazy thing is this. They're going to release pitchers in all their packs like they've done all year. All right? And if you go look at, let's see, who can we look at? Who's a good example? When did Bobby come out? Sure. Okay, so Bobby came out on May 3rd. Bobby was a 66,000 stub card, essentially, when he dropped. Okay? Jackson Jobe, when Jobe came out, I think that number's skewed. I think he came out before that. But even still, he's 53,000 back on April 28th. My point is that they're going to drop cards in these packs, and these cards are going to be 50+ thousand stubs for what essentially is going to be a lower overall player. And you can buy most of these cards right now. Like here, Dustin May. Dustin May was a monster. Here's a great example for you. He was a rare round monster out of the Show Classics pack. Okay? He's a 180,000 stub card who is going to be better than any player that they release for the first 4 weeks of this new game cycle, give or take. They said they're just going to speed things up a bit. My point is that you can already possibly have this card in your inventory because, you can go buy him right now for $20K. And if you wait for the right time, he's up right now. But I was buying, I can show you. Where is he? I was buying and flipping him. Yeah, look, I sold him for 21 and change, and I was buying him for 16 last night. But even still, 20,000. 20,000 for a card that was 180,000 when he first came out. And you can put him in your rotation. And you can roll him out there when all they're going to be giving us right now is going to be 90, 91, 92, 93s for the first couple of weeks. Now, obviously, the thing's going to be this. Once you use him, his stamina is going to go to complete dog shit. So you're going to have to plan what starters you're using accordingly. And as you cycle in more wild cards that you earn through the XP reward path, you're probably going to want to put these guys back in your rotation, not to pitch with, but to regain some of their stamina. Because once you get to season 4 or end of season 3, I'm not sure how they plan on rolling this whole thing out. Like, season 1 has their cards and that's it. Season 2 has their cards and that's it. I don't know if season 3 is when we get to choose whoever we want, or if it's season 3 is going to be its own separate thing, and then you have your season 4, which is not really a season. It's just a free-for-all. You get to do whatever you want. But at some point, you'll have to find a way to regenerate their stamina. That said, I still think I'm going to do it this way. Because why the hell wouldn't you? You're going to go up against guys with low contact, low vision, and you can turn around. Oh, I forgot Randy. But you can turn around and you can deploy guys that have 104 or 111 hits per 9 and 100 Ks per 9 and 115 Ks per 9. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't think they fully understand what they've done yet, and I think that the player base is going to very rapidly figure out what you should be doing. Because, yes, in prior years, because of the fact that, I don't say prior years, it was really last year, because of the fact that 99s were always available to us, it didn't really matter who you used your wild card on because you could just grab whoever you wanted. And why would I want to use one pitcher when I could use a hitter? Because a pitcher is only going to be good for once every 5 days. And yeah, it's still true. Your stamina is going to get depleted and you're only going to get to use him once. But because of how the power creep is set up and because of how the attributes of these players are going to be at the beginning of this life cycle, why wouldn't you roll out anywhere between a 93 and a 99 for every one of your games once you get into like that high all-star? When I say high all-star, it's more like the player base with your rating and into Hall of Fame. It doesn't make any sense to me why you wouldn't. Now, again, this may be a hot take, and I could be wrong, but for me personally, that's going to be the plan. It has to be the plan. Because look, I mean, you can roll out Randy, you can roll out Corbin, and these are guys that were pretty dominant during season 1 of the game cycle. How could we possibly forget? You still got John Donaldson. Anyway, that's my thought process. That's what I'm going to be doing anyway. If you found any of this helpful, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and clicking the noty bell. If you think I'm out of my mind, please consider commenting down below. If you hadn't thought of this and you're like, holy shit, this might actually work, please consider commenting down below. If there's somebody else that you're using your first wild card on, then, let us know who it may be. Again, please check out the video for what you should be doing to prepare for Season 2. It should be popping up relatively soon. As usual, I appreciate the time. And until next time, have a good one.